I'm getting dogged. Why is this gonna go down?
Give me a water.
Back here for another
but this thing's not
Sunday.
holding it up all the way. It's not holding it up all the way. It's coming down now.
Two teams in the FBA. Last time these two teams came down to the last 30 seconds. The Brevard Bobcats are visiting the Florida Flight. The Bobcats coming in at 3-7 on the season, and the Florida Flight 8-2. Hello, everyone. Welcome into our FBA Sunday triple header. Jesse O, Alvin Delvey, Brandon Parham, and all of us on hand to bring you FBA basketball this Sunday and every other one. Alvin, what do you like about both of these teams?
Well, both teams are coming off of a loss in their previous outing, so both teams hungry to get back into the win column. For the Florida Flight, I'm just loving how they have a full roster. We got Grant Gullet back, which is a very huge part of this offense, defense. He just does so much for his team, leadership, a true veteran, plays basketball the right way. You have a couple of guys on this Flight team that do that very well on the Brevard side. A couple of guys really looking to make a stamp on this team.
Bobcats turn the ball over already. Now on the left side, Bates, Tomas to start off the game. And he couldn't convert on the three. So Brian Reynolds goes out the rebound. The starting lineups for today's game. Shot fest there on the far side. So to Brian Reynolds, Thompson Jr., Cody Hendricks, Lucius McKay, but for the Flight, it'll be Brandon Moss, Elliot Blake, and Noah Bates. Gullet being back, as you mentioned, after having an injury after taking a spill a couple games ago. He's been out for a month, and that hurts a lot.
And Grant Gullet is just a strong kid, super strong, super tough, and putting up numbers that he's put in this season. He had a 30-point, 30-rebound game and was efficient from the field. His averages are nothing shy of 23 points per game, 15 rebounds per game, and on the defensive end, he's no slouch, just slightly south of 2 steals per game, also averages a block per game as well, so does it on both ends of the court. A true superstar for this team. Early on, guys are getting aggressive, and that's what you love to see. You want to see guys play the right way. Nothing on the scoreboard yet, but the game is early.
From the left wing. Back up top, Moss, a quick pass to Blake. Moss to Blake, that's been a connection all year. And Bates pulls down the rebound. This is a second chance for the Flight, and he travels to a turnover.
the good thing about that possession, even though it resulted in a turnover, guys are looking for each other. So in their last game, their last loss for the Flight, they suffered some penalties. Granted, they didn't have all of their guys. However, the bulk of the shots were between Elliot Glegg and Brandon Moss. Right there, you see guys moving the basketball around a little too much, but you love to see them trying to get other guys.
Cody Hendricks drilling a long three from right up top.
And Cody Hendricks has just been pretty solid for them, averaging a little south of 4 points per game. However, what he does on the defensive end is nothing but spectacular.
Bates underneath, not on the left side. Moss towing the line inside the Grant Gullet. Now that would be a good matchup for them all day. Almost stolen away there by Cody Hendricks.
Right on cue, Cody Hendricks shooting the passing lane, and little did you know he played football in high school, so that looks a lot like a defensive back right there the way he shot that gap.
Shot off to the left side there. Rebound. And the putback is no good. Still only a 3-0 ball game, Alvin, with under 10 minutes now to play in the first quarter.
Definitely a lid on the basket, but wow, you missed that hustle by Grant Gullet, giving them a second chance possession on that last one, just not able to convert.
Backcourt violation of the VAR. So, turnovers already for both of these teams, but Brevard and the Flight still under 20 turnovers per game, which is, what you want to see.
That's what you want to see. The assist to turnover ratio, it leaves a little to be desired. However, as long as they're playing solid brand of basketball and they don't convert on those turnovers, you can live with it. And both of these teams are really running with new lineups, so trying to get a feel for this Brevard team, this is a lineup I've yet to see.
Other side, Bates fouled and made the shot.
Aggressive move right there, scoring where they score best in transition. Romello Bates is a very crafty guard. He's very elusive off the dribble, to say the least. Right there, you see a little bit of that explosiveness and his strength, able to convert that and one attempt. Let's see if he can do it from the free throw line as well.
He's 46% on the season, averaging a little bit north of 13 points per game. And a foul on the floor.
Hate to see that. Romello Bates was able to get his own board and was going to give them a chance for maybe even a 4-point or even a 5-point play or a 5-point swing.
So here's Hendricks now inside to Christian. Christian, the turnaround jumper. Rebound by Blake. A 3-2 ball game. Moss up with the right hand, tried to dribble in. And the rebound tipped around, brought down by Hendricks.
Looked like a set of volleyball right there.
Hendricks, three. His own rebound and the putback is good.
That's a good job by Hendricks attacking his rebound. But on the Flight side, you got to put a body on a body, and you got to want the basketball right there. Hendricks just wanted it more than everyone on the Flight team.
Gullet, good on the three. Grant Gullet.
This first one, that
is a three ball. He's shooting now under 29% clip, but they've been missing him all year. Like Alvin was saying, 23 points per game and 15 rebounds a game. That's a lot to be missed. And the steal from Moss on Hendricks. Moss, Wang now left wing. Moss will tip it down to Gullet, and Gullet fouled. You got to be careful with him. Every time he hits the ground, I'm a little worried.
Definitely, but he's a strong kid right there. Just love that chemistry right there. Glegg gets the wide open shot, misses it. However, Moss tips it right back to him, and Gullet's able to go up strong with it. Love that chemistry. Love seeing those three, the trio, get after it on that possession.
Gullet makes the first one. Already 5 points for Grant Gullet in this ball game.
Putting the team on his back early, and that's what he does. He knows what needs to be done, and he does it, whether he's scoring early or scoring late.
An early reaching foul there on Romello Bates. quarter. Hendricks, or excuse me, Reynolds. That was a long three. And a great job of saving it. Inside Thompson Jr. taking it in.
Thompson Jr. doing it on the last play, doing it without the ball, saving that basket and being rewarded, getting that layup in there.
Moss, Bullet, the extra pass. Bates.
Oh, that's a fall, but man, that's a good offensive possession. Everyone's touching the basketball, really moving it. This is a complete 180 from the last game.
The Flash only had 6 guys to play in the last ball game. A punt fake by Hendricks. He stepped out.
Got a little excited on that one.
7 minutes to play in the first quarter. So here is one of our first newcomers of the ball game. It's George Williams. He did play for the Winter Park Storm earlier this season. Bates off on that three. Pull down rebound. One bounce in. Leg to the right. Now inside Williams. He catches, shoot, turn around. It's an air ball. And he missed it. So George Williams, for Winter Park this season, he was averaging 6 points per game, 9 rebounds, and 2 assists on 60% shooting from the field. And that's another game play for the Winter Park Storm. So back now in the FBA on the flight. Free agency contract and an offensive foul on the bar. How many turnovers do you think so far in the ball game?
Way too many, but right there, Grant Kelly, a veteran move, getting his feet set, understanding that when he's in the air, he has nowhere to land but on him. And a great job by Grant, being in the right place at the right time.
Blake throws it over the defense, and it goes out with Brevard.
So a very uncharacteristically slow game for the Flight. Usually at this point in the game, it feels like they already have 20 points right now. Just trying to do it the right way, get guys involved, move the basketball around. It's only a matter of time before they pop. This is a new roster. Guys are trying to gel together and figure out where they're going to be. But you love to see them move the basketball around and try to get everyone involved.
A few newcomers for the Flight this week. And a few guys that have been on the team for a while as well. Flight there. Here's Thompson Jr. The pass ahead underneath. And Nesmith putting it through.
This Brevard team is looking a little light on the bench. However, guys like Nesmith does not care. He's going to play hard every time.
Blake finding his spot from the left elbow. So Blake was an absolute bucket in the last game. 51 points, was 18-35 from the field, and 8 of 15 from beyond the arc. He took a third of their shots out and had 7 rebounds and 3 assists. So he was the man of the hour. That's his second 50-point game of the season. We're all tied up here at 9 with 5.5 minutes left to play in the first quarter. The Florida Flight, the second team in rankings in the NBA. Bobcats are now trending from the top towards the lower part of the standings. They're in 6th now. Blake, another mid-range jumper is good. He's lethal from those shots 10 to 15 feet out.
When it rains, it points with Elliott Blake. One thing about his 50-point game, gets them beyond the arc and from mid-range. It's not all layups like you would catch the scene.
Another turnover by Brevard. Moss, Vanilla pass ahead, and he'll slam it down. His first slam of the game.
And that's just a beautiful two-man game in the transition right there. Lamelo Bates throwing it way up high. Brandon Moss can get that. His elevator just goes a few stories higher than everyone else.
And another turnover by Brevard. So they're averaging 20 turnovers per game.
It seems like they got the ball in this quarter.
Yeah, we're well on track for that here. Blake just off the front. And here comes Hendricks going the other direction. They'll throw it down low, and another turnover by Brevard. Both by himself. Foul. Not going against Byron Thompson Jr.
An absolute unit Grant Gullett with a full head of steam is a nightmare. You can't do anything but just hope to contain him right there, having to touch him and grab him so he can't just take you through the rim.
So something about the guards, they don't get into foul trouble a lot. In their last game against the Gainesville Mighty Oaks, they only got into foul trouble in the third quarter, but only 5 team fouls in that quarter. But the worrisome thing here for the Flight is, you know, trying to fit all these new guys in. The Bobcats got outscored in the first quarter of last game by 15. Alvin, and they are actually up on the Flight right now. Gullett is off the front iron on his first free throw. The Flight are getting outscored in the first quarter by the Bobcats right now by 4 points.
But Jesse, that's exactly what we see in their last game. Their last in their first quarter, they were outscored by 3 points to Claremont, 31-28 in that first quarter. So they've had a few lackluster starts, but they're typically a fourth quarter team, second half team. And as we see in their last game, they poured it on, dropping 32, which is the highest points they scored that game. So definitely a second half team. It's just worrisome because we don't want them to come off too lackluster and give the Brevard team some hope.
Couple of 6 points. The Bobcats, owned and coached by the youngest owner and coach, I will say, in the FBA, and MJ Miller. Sherrod Dean now from the line makes his first free throw. It's a 14-10 ball game.
Sherrod Dean does what they need him to do, averaging about 10 points and 6 rebounds per game. On the defensive end, about 1.5 steals per game as well. So definitely a utility guy. Comes in and does what he needs to do, just makes plays on both ends of the court.
Moss catch and shoot 3, good!
When Brandon Moss is hitting tray balls, it is a nightmare for his opponents.
Moss with 5 points, only shoots the 3 at 20%, but he is the leading scorer in the FBA, averaging almost 40 points per game, Alvin.
Absolutely ridiculous. And when his shot is falling,
there's a shot made on the left side. A 3 by Bradley Christian.
That's a bucket right there. An absolute bucket. In isolation with Grant Gullett, a premier defender in this league, to step back on him, knock down that corner jumper. Man, oh man. Have yourself a game, Christian.
Bates now goes to the line. And he's off the front on that one. So a few missed free throws already by the Florida Flight. They shoot it at 61%, Alvin.
And that's something that they're going to need to clean up. You want that to be around 70-ish%. The upper percentile is 70 because 67 is not terrible. However, when you have guys like Brandon Moss, you have guys like Grant Gullett who just attract fouls. You can't do anything but foul them. It puts you in a situation where you're going to be at the line right now. Romello Bates, this is his second trip to the line, and it's still the first quarter, very early in the game. So you want your shots to fall from the line. Charity stripe shots have to go because you're going to live from there.
3.5 minutes left to go in the first quarter. An 18-13 game.
How about that pressure by Brandon Moss?
A foul on the Flight. So Billy Aristide now checking in, and he has not played yet this season, but he's an old player for the Florida Flight who actually came out of retirement to help them finish up their playoff push in this season.
Love to see an old vet come in and teach the youngins how it's done.
He's very familiar with the way that this team plays. A foul in the made shot.
And this is something Coach MJ Miller has really tried to get his team to realize. Play inside out. Right now you see these guys doing just that. Sherrod Dean absolutely eating in the post.
And Dean from the line will convert the three-point play. 5 points for Sherrod Dean. In the last game play, he had 17 points, was their second leading scorer, but 7 of 24 from the field. He did have a double-double, 10 points. Moss spinning, left elbow, now gives it up. Aristide, good ball movement. Romello Bates for 3. And George Williams working down low. The big man gets his first 2 for the Florida Flight.
And that's a monster board That's just what the flight needed. A big man who can do things like that. You get guys, you get guard play, you get wings, Brandon Moss, Grant Gullet, who can attack and get boards. Now you have a big that can do that. This flight team is going to be different with George in the post.
20-16, under 3 minutes to play in the first quarter. Now Terry Cleveland, one of your favorite players out there, is checking in the ball game.
Definitely has that high arcing jump shot, and then it falls. This guy's gonna get the ball.
Turnover there by the flight, and Brevard almost turned it over back, and a foul goes for Nesmith.
How about that slide at the end? That's like reminiscent of Jesse right there. That nice little baseball slide to home.
I will do it on anything. I used to, you know, what's funny is in softball or even kickball on like concrete, I still slide. Oh yeah.
On concrete?
Oh yeah.
Turf burn's
I'm not afraid.
Whoa, yeah.
I'm
Not even
not
turf
afraid.
burn. That's a legit burn.
That's a burn. That's a raspberry. That's you're asking for a straight raspberry.
Man, showers doesn't matter.
But you love the effort.
You love the effort. But did you win? You have to win. If you put that much effort, you're selling out.
I don't lose.
Yeah, we don't lose well. Which is a good
Anything
thing.
where I got to run around a diamond, oh, I'm winning.
That's how it's supposed to be.
Baseball, softball, kickball, I don't lose that one. 20-18 to score. Oh, wiffle ball. Oh, I destroyed a wiffle ball. Moss inside, the pass left. Cleveland gives it up. Now Aristide. The big man powering his way into the lane. And the rebound by Glay goes right through the hands of Williams. A bullet down low. Gets knocked out of bounds by Brevard.
And we get a nod from Coach King because that is what you love to see. Unselfish basketball. Guys are looking for each other. This is how you build real chemistry, real camaraderie. Guys really trying to buy into this program and the culture they're instilling right now. Everyone getting a piece of the basketball. And right now, let's see how to finish this.
Williams couldn't convert the catch and shoot. The rebound by Christian. And here come the Bobcats going the other way. Underneath, Reynolds trying to bank it in. Lost the rebound. Moss is Cleveland open on the right side. We'll give it to Blake. Pumps a three. Good. Elliott Blake on fire already with 7 points. Coming off of his 50-point game. Moss with the assist. The Moss to Blake connection has been something to see all year. Sherrod Dean, other side. The three is good.
I just love this basketball. We got on one end a walk-off three by Elliott Blake in transition, and then Sherrod Dean with the answer. If you can do it, I can too.
Blake bounces off the front side. Terry Cleveland, 1 dribble, 1-2, and threw it ball over the front. Maybe he's been working out a little bit.
He hit shoulders.
Christian steps out of bounds and another turnover.
In a game like this, if you're the underdogs, you have to clean it up. You cannot allow this flight team to get unanswered buckets, unforced turnovers. You cannot allow it because underdogs, how it usually works, you stay in the game long enough, third quarter, they see you're still there, and it puts a little fear into the team that has a good hand, and that's where you make your run. So right now, Brevard has to stay in this game, and turnovers are not what's going to happen.
Turnover by the flight there. A lot of turnovers to start off this ball game.
Definitely sloppy, but with new rosters, guys are trying to figure out where they're going to be. Guys are moving in different places. They like the ball in certain places. And a lot of the times, you're not expecting the ball if you're not disciplined with someone who can move the ball very well. We're seeing a lot of that.
Down low. 23-21, 52 seconds left to go in the first quarter. That one goes against Billy Aristide, his first. So Nesmith now at the line. He's missed their last couple of games. Alvin, and the thing for Brevard is they've had guys kind of in and out all season. Jace Hogan, their leading scorer, who also happens to be top 5 scorer in the FBA and also top 5 in rebounds in the FBA. He's missing as well.
Jace Hogan was someone that he was a real superstar. It's like the Lakers not having LeBron. It's very tough to win without a guy like that who commands so much respect. He does it on both ends of the court. And averages 3 steals as well. So that's a good thing to play. You miss him. He's not there. They miss him as well.
Cleveland, no on the 3, Aristide. A big rebound
MV Labs, we build web applications that start with an idea. They move through strategy and need an outside eye ahead of wireframes and technical specifications. There's design and layout and functionality, but there's also performance, things like accessibility and data visualization. It all comes together for what ultimately is a successful launch. Over the past decade, MV Labs has built platforms that pair things like data in sports or environmental science. We've built technical training platforms around data science and around network administration, and we've bootstrapped and sold our own product. We are a temporary CTO and an outside specialist in strategy, design, and development. It takes a lot to go from idea.
Seconds left to go in the first quarter. It's a 23-21 game. The inbound pass from Miles Dykes on the right side of the basket. Will shoot it into the post.
And that's a good inbound play. Before able to snuff that one out.
Brian Hickey. The mid-range jumper is good. It's a 1-2, but his first 2 points in the Florida Basketball Association. In college, he was averaging 4.6 points per game. The threat to Moss, who puts it over his head and slams it down. Moss with 7 points. 19 seconds left to go in the first quarter. 27-21 the score. Christian, the pass over the top of DeBrian Reynolds, and another turnover by Brevard. They have to have over 10 turnovers in the first quarter.
Easily, and not all of them were forced right there. That was a forced one. Pretty aggressive was the flight on defense. But man, how about their offensive ability, throwing it way up high, doing things that guys don't expect, but just gives them more momentum.
Moss with 3 seconds left to go will get inside and make the layup in 1.4 seconds on the clock. A 29-21 game. The Flight are up by 8 after the first quarter. In the first game, so stick with us. 3 more quarters of basketball coming up in just a second. This game came down to the last 30 seconds last time. We'll see what happens this time. The second quarter. With the same group. Play to Hickey. Now Bates up top. Throws the left. Brandon Moss. To Blake. Right side. Good. Elliot Blake the long 2. We are seeing from this top team utilizing all of the shot clock. That became 15 seconds within the shot clock. 5 guys got the basketball. Guys are playing style defense because of it. And inside, there's a shot made by Darius Clark. Darius Clark with his first 2 points in the game. And a foul on the floor. Guys, be aggressive. This Flight team has attacked the season
attacking the offensive glass, making his money.
And the rebound by the flight. Moss ahead to Bates, down low. Glegg another one. And a good job by Kevin Davis fighting down low. Kevin Davis, sort of the unsung hero for this team. He's efficient from the field. And a three hit there by Bradley Christian.
Beautiful shot.
Bradley Christian now with 6 points. Glegg up, no good.
Glegg has definitely cooled off. Last 2 shots have not fallen, but it's coming in such an efficient manner.
And another three taken by Sherrod Dean. This Bobcats team shooting 25% from beyond the arc and a foul on the floor.
When he's in transition, it is an issue. Able to shift guys off the mark. Right there, you see him put a little 1-2 and get directly towards the basket.
Bates inside, swatted away. Underneath, the bounce pass to Kevin Davis, who puts it through. Byron Thompson Jr. with the assist.
Love the play from Kevin Davis. The Georgia boy from Atlanta is 5'9", mind you. Right there, bodied Brandon Moss, who towers over him. He plays so much bigger than what he's listed as. Love the effort and heart Kevin Davis brings on a daily basis.
Thompson Jr., the pass left. Now into the left corner. Darius Clark will miss the three. He's shooting 19% from long range this year. Clark underneath and a shot blocked down low. Blake now going the other direction. Gullett fouled inside.
Only thing you can do. Love the ball movement on that one. And what does that result in? Ball movement, defense is shifting. Grant Gullett wide open in the lane. You could do nothing but foul. Love this offensive game plan coming into this game. And these athletes on the flight side are executing it well.
Now Gullett to the line. Grant Gullett shooting 67% from free throw this season. He missed their last month of games, but again, averaging 23.4 points per game. He's now got 7 points.
Doesn't look rusty at all. Funny thing about Grant Gullett is he's going to tell me after the game, this was a slight game, a little rusty. I haven't been able to do what I wanted to do. And somehow he's going to have 30
He's
points.
He's going to have 31 points.
Okay.
Yep.
I love my rusty day to look like that. A month off, doing rehab, and you just getting buckets out as easy as he's gotten them.
7.5 minutes to go in the second quarter, a 6-point game. Kevin Davis making it from a couple feet out.
Once again, attacking the big fella in a nice little float for Kevin Davis. He does it all for them, averaging a steal and a half per game, also pouring it in on the offensive end. He is an absolute utility for them.
And for a smaller guy that likes to shoot from the outside, Alvin, 52% from the field is not bad.
Not bad at all. When he's shooting jump shots, it's not all layups. He's jump shots, threes. He has the highest three-point percentage on their team.
Gullett swiped away by Kevin Davis. Davis from the right wing, out beyond the arc. Now dribbles in, goes up, and he is fouled by Stacy St. Julian.
Kevin Davis getting aggressive. Right there, you see him play with it a little bit, play with his food, and then attack. Getting right back to the line. sock game's a little crazy, too. He has Juice written on him. I wonder if he's talking about Juice from the Cavs, or not the Cavs, the Browns. You know, Jarvis.
Oh,
Jarvis,
I have
Juice
you know what's
Landry.
funny? I have a jersey. I have a Cleveland Browns jersey that literally says Juice on the back.
From how long ago? Let me see if you're bandwagon. When did you get this jersey? Because if you got it
right when he moved to Cleveland, you know, from Miami.
Okay, that hurts.
Sorry.
That hurts. Definitely.
Sorry, bud.
I shouldn't have brought that up. It's definitely a sore subject.
Nope.
But yeah, I guess I don't.
I'm so sorry.
hurt.
I put you in a bad mood.
I'm upset. As long as Kevin Davis is having fun, then I guess I'm having. Look at him once again.
Davis a steal. He looks ahead and he turns it over to Romello Bates.
Got a little excited right there, stealing it from the 40-point man.
41. Gullet underneath. And he is a bucket.
Patient bucket right there. A nice little up fake. Got two guys in the air. And an easy, smooth sailing basket for Grant Gullet.
Davis left side, the bounce pass down low. Thompson Jr. right corner. McKay waits for Bates to bite. And we'll call that a pass to Davis inside, but Davis can't bank that one home. McKay another rebound. 2 seconds on the shot clock. And a shot clock violation, another turnover, Alvin, for the Brevard Bobcats.
Another turnover, but there was some jewels, some gems on that possession. You got Kevin Davis attacking the offensive glass. Once again, you got 3 shots. Now the issue is, how do you get one of those 3 shots to fall?
Moss.
He nicked it. It wasn't all air.
And another turnover for Brevard. Gullet the other direction, laying it in. And he wanted a foul, but Brevard will take a timeout. Grant Gullet has been the headline story of this ball game. His team has a 6-point lead. He's got 12.
Where one girl goes on endless adventures, gives you unbelievable toy unboxings, does insane food challenges, and plays way too much Roblox. It's Elle's Adventures. Subscribe now. Do it. Why not?
Holy cow, it's Nova Rex, the 80s legends. I want the keto. I want the double Diablo. Cheddar bacon. I'll take a double cheeseburger with extra cheese. To go! Here you go, boys. Hey guys, I play a little guitar myself. How about me joining the band? Show us what you got, man. What's up, dudes? What do you think?
Yeah, man, it's pretty good, but you need more hair.
But the Booyah burgers were great.
We've seen both sides playing phenomenal basketball, moving the basketball well, doing things they need to do, getting guys involved. Let's see who can really turn the tide and win momentum in the second quarter.
5.5 minutes to play in the second quarter. And another turnover by Brevard. I think they're going to get their turnover total in one half of basketball.
And the craziest part, they're only down 6.
Yeah, because the Flight have been turning over the ball just as much.
Turnover-ridden basketball. However, where the points have come from, it's been great. It's either a great possession or a poor possession.
Romello Bates, it just doesn't have enough on it to roll in. 5 minutes to play in the second quarter. McKay now to Clark. A bullet back to McKay, who's out on the left side. Now throws it in. Thompson Jr. getting around Williams and banks it in.
Great ball movement. Guys are attacking. And what did you get? A bucket. Love that play from Brevard.
Byron Thompson Jr. with a season-high 18 points in their last ball game. And Gullett banking it in, and he drew the foul. It's funny. A lot of the time you don't even see the contact with him because he's just a big guy. He'll get something every time.
He eats it. He's one of those guys where every time he gets to the basket, you can call something. Someone's hanging on him. Right there, just absorbs the contact. It's really like watching a football player play basketball. He's not selling it. He's not looking for refs. He just wants you to do your job. So it's a hard guy to officiate because he's not going to sell it. He's not going to make your job easy. He's just going to eat the contact and ball.
Kevin Davis again down low with 8 points.
Kevin Davis, I love the way he plays the game of basketball right there. Getting aggressive, attacking the big fella, and getting it up and in. That's the theme of his gameplay.
Glegg now at the left elbow. He's good. And Elliot Glegg with 13 points. So one of the captains for this Florida flight team, pouring it on as usual. One thing I didn't really realize until after last game, Alvin, Elliot Glegg is averaging 23 points per game this season.
And the majority of those buckets are coming from the mid-range. And his stat line is pretty impressive. 23 points. He has 6 rebounds, 5 assists, 1.5 steals on 40% shooting and 88% from the free throw line. Just an absolute solid stat line he's produced this season right there with a nifty dribble.
Glegg now inside. Now Gullett double teamed. And that's probably the right call if you're Brevard. Inside, a turnover by the flight. An interesting thing for the flight, they have 3 guys who average over 22 points per game.
Every time they come out on this court, it is an absolute shootout.
Davis for 3! And Kevin Davis with 11 points. 44-41 is the score. The flight only ahead by 3. The Bobcats not letting this one slip away from them. Glegg the catch and shoot. And the 3 was no good. George Williams the putback.
Tensions are starting to rise, and I love it. Kevin Davis with the knockdown on one end, unorthodox shot, but bangs it home nonetheless. Last game he was 1 of 1 from beyond the arc, and on the other end, George being aggressive, getting that offensive board.
Speaking of aggressive, an aggressive takedown low by Clark, but he missed it. Flight by 5. Gullett, right wing. Worth noting that Brandon Moss and Elliot Glegg won't have to play 48 minutes today. They have a bench.
A full bench.
Gullett, catch it, shoot. Good on the 3. George Williams. A lot of new guys. Sorry, in my head. Grant Gullett hits the 3. And now with 17 points.
Grant Gullett, man, he can do it from anywhere. A real 3-level score right there, showing you that range.
Dean the pass back out. And Clark shooting 17% from beyond the arc. Misses that one.
That was phenomenal ball movement, but man, 17% from beyond the arc is a little, it worries you.
Gullett, pass in, swiped away. Bates now fouled. As Sherrod Dean hits the deck. And yeah, one thing you mentioned last game, Alvin, a little bit of trouble within the own team for Brevard.
Definitely. Right now they seem to have those emotions under wraps, and they're able to put on a performance like Shaq and Kobe. I was watching one of their documentaries, and you know, they didn't have the best relationship off the court because when 2 guys like that who are very headstrong, they have their way of doing it, and they're successful doing it their way, you tend to bump heads when, you know, you meet a conflicting interest. Unmovable force versus unstoppable force versus an immovable object is going to create some tension there, and that's what we saw in their last game. Right now, able to really keep that under wraps and compete in this game and gel and do things that we're accustomed to seeing. And a fine point made by our fantastic, absolute unit of a producer in Brandon Parham is our shoe game presented by none other than Brevard Bobcats. Coach MJ Miller has his own brand, does a fantastic job with their uniforms. But next time Sherrard Dean steps on the court, pay attention to the shoes he brings out. Absolutely flawless.
50-41, Romello Bates splits his free throws. Left side, Clark, the bounce pass into Christian. Now Christian steps back mid-range over Mookie Ambo. And Ambo the rebound.
And that's a good closeout by Mo. Getting out there, forcing a tough jumper.
Bates down low. Gullet underneath. An offensive foul.
That's a very interesting call. Getting aggressive on that block, but they saw something we didn't.
A 9-point lead. Lucius McKay for three. He's off on that one. He shoots 23% from beyond the arc.
When you rattle off the three-point percentages, it makes every three-point shot look ill-advised if it's not wide open.
Bates, Gullet, Glegg. Glegg mid-ranger, good! Elliot Glegg with 15.
Oh, man. On one end, you got Elliot Glegg who can shoot contested threes, contested mid-range, and on the other end, 17%. Oh, it's just night and day.
McKay hitting a three. That's his first basket of the ball game.
I love when I'm wrong on shots like that. A nice contested tray ball from the corner by Lucius McKay.
40 seconds left to go in the second quarter. Gullet surveying, down low, and a turnover. Bradley Christian the steal. A 10-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. McKay to Kevin Davis, the best three-point shooter on the team, and he missed that off the front. But Bradley Christian, the rebound and the putback, he's got 8 points. 23 seconds left to go in the second quarter. Bates will bring the ball up the floor. The shot clock is off. Now Bates will slow things down, guarded by Kevin Davis. 7 feet out from the three-point line. Gullet with 7 seconds to go. Guarded by Lucius McKay right up top. Gets his screen, passes left. Bates now inside. Shot expiring. And the shot didn't go in. Well, through 2 quarters of action, the Florida Flight have the lead by 6. These two teams go way back. Maybe a future rivalry in the making. Halftime coming up. And on the other side, 2 more quarters of action in this thriller and 2 more games on the way after. So stick with us. Welcome to the FBA Sunday Tripleheader.
At Envy Labs, we build web applications that start with an idea. They move through strategy and need an outside eye ahead of wireframes and technical specifications. There's design and layout and functionality, but there's also performance, things like accessibility and data visualization. It all comes together for what ultimately is a successful launch. Over the past decade, Envy Labs has built platforms that pair things like data and sports or environmental science. We've built technical training platforms around data science and around network administration, and we've bootstrapped and sold our own product. We are a temporary CTO and an outside specialist in strategy, design, and development. It takes a lot to go from idea to launched web application, but it's all right there in our name. Reach out to hello@envylabs.com and let's take a look at your idea together.
And shakes Oviedo Mall. Best burger you'll ever eat. It's worth the drive.
Hey, what is up, everyone? My name is Susie, and I'm a full-time partner streamer on Twitch.tv. I've made it my mission to help gamers win in every area of life. So whether it's helping you win in gaming by teaching the latest tips and tricks on whatever games you might be playing, helping you win in fitness through my daily fitness streams, or even just helping you win in your week, we're building genuine community, and we've got a place just for you. So I want to encourage you right now to follow me over at twitch.tv/SusieLive. I stream Tuesday through Saturday, starting at 10:30 a.m. Eastern, and we hope to see some of you soon.
Where one girl goes on endless adventures, gives you unbelievable toy unboxings, does insane food challenges, and plays way too much Roblox. It's Elle's Adventures. Subscribe now. Do it. Why not?
Holy cow, it's Nova Rex, the 80s legends. I want the keto. I want the double Diablo.
Cheddar bacon. I'll take a double cheeseburger with extra cheese.
To go! Here you go, boy. Hey guys, I play a little guitar myself. How about me joining the band? Show us what you got, man. What's up, dudes? What do you think?
Yeah, man, it's pretty good, but you need more hair.
But the Mooyah burgers were great. Mooyah burgers rock!
Hey, what is up, everyone? My name is Susie, and I'm a full-time partner streamer on Twitch.tv. I've made it my mission to help gamers win in every area of life. So whether it's helping you win in gaming by teaching the latest tips and tricks on whatever games you might be playing, helping you win in fitness through my daily fitness streams, or even just helping you win in your week, we're building genuine community, and we've got a place just for you. So I want to encourage you right now to follow me over at twitch.tv/SusieLive. I stream Tuesday through Saturday, starting at 10:30 a.m. Eastern, and we hope to see some of you soon.
And now as we enter the third quarter of action, a 52-46 game. The leading scorer in the first half for the Florida Flight was Grant Gullett. He had 17. And the leading scorer for the Brevard Bobcats, Kevin Davis, with 11. And a surprise, him coming off the bench and having the most points scored for the Brevard Bobcats. So it's interesting to see that they will not start him here in the third quarter. Brandon Moss off the front on that one. He'll get his own rebound. Back to Glegg. Now Bates, a few dribbles in. Now quick pass to the left. Billy Aristide, a three, no good. And Glegg, another rebound, 11.5 minutes to go. Romello Bates up top. Throws it to the right. Brandon Moss, a pump fake. Now inside, back to Aristide. Aristide to Glegg, and Glegg will slow things down. Guarded by Lucius McKay. Gullett, Aristide with a foot on the line, long two. And the rebound by Brevard. Alvin, you talked to both coaches at the half.
For the Flight, it has been all positive. Obviously, they have the upper hand on the scoreboard. Coach Marquine just loves what they're doing offensively, moving the ball around, getting everybody involved, and that in turn transitions to their defense. Guys have a feel for the game. They're selling out defensively, and it's been all up and up for him and on that Flight team. However, the one thing that he wants to work on is just boxing out. They're getting a lot more offensive boards than he would have liked, and he wants them to get a little more aggressive in the passing lanes on defense. But they've done a great job forcing turnovers, and he's loving the play and believes that Grant Gullett is going to be the key for them coming down the stretch. Obviously, you have guys like Brandon Moss, Elliot Glegg doing everything they're supposed to do, but he's really banking on Grant Gullett having a phenomenal game down the stretch. And on the other end, for the Brevard Bobcats, Coach MJ Miller loves what they're doing ball movement-wise, getting guys involved. That's just how the game's been going. Guys been getting everybody involved. Brevard's no exception. Getting guys involved, getting good looks at the basket. But on the defensive end, he feels that they've been a little lackluster. To start out the first quarter, he loved how they were aggressive in that zone, but felt that they weren't helping each other as much. They weren't forcing as many turnovers. And that's been something that he wants to work on coming down the stretch. He thinks that Kevin Davis is someone who's going to really bring it home for them. He's giving him a little bit of a rest right now because he thinks he's going to play big minutes in the fourth quarter.
Alvin, this might be a dumb question. How do you limit turnovers if your team is so turnover-ridden? But Bradley Christian hitting another three. He's got 11.
It's all about focus. You have to be intentional with the basketball. You have to know where your passes are coming, and it's a team thing. It's not just one person. You know, you have to make sure guys are fighting to get open, moving to get open, and you're taking care of the basketball. You're not dribbling into tight spaces. You're moving. You're doing solid passes. It's really fundamental. There's obviously some turnovers that are going to happen. If you're dribbling the basketball and someone pickpockets you, that's something that's just going to happen. Or if you drop a pass, turnovers happen. But for the most part, if you're intentional about it, you focus on it, you should be okay.
I was thinking about it. Even, the Warriors, when they had Kevin Durant, they were playing, the Orlando Magic. Still turn the ball over.
Because there's going to be times when you're looking for something and you think a guy's going to do one thing and you make a strong pass, but the guy does something else, and now you throw it to nobody. Things like that happen. Or you're doing the extra pass and the guy's not expecting it. Or there's the ones where you just don't catch the basketball.
Aristide, the big body, going up and making it.
Slow to get up too. Needed the and one, wasn't able to get it.
And Byron Thompson Jr. going in strong.
That's a big boy bucket for Byron Thompson Jr.
Moss wants a screen. Glegg right side mid-range. One day I want to see like a shot chart and just see the spread of where Elliot Glegg's shots, because from the left side mid-range, it's just he's lethal. And a turnover. And so 2 turnovers on opening possessions there for Brevard.
And that one hurts even more because it waves off a 3 from Cody Hendricks. However, I'm loving how Cody Hendricks has been running the one position for this Brevard team, really moving the basketball around, really doing a great job of facilitating and playing stout defense. So I'm loving how you have Cody Hendricks at the 1, you have Lucius McKay at the 2, and then you have Sherrod Dean, Christian, and you have Byron Thompson filling out the 4 positions.
Leg with a foot on the line. The tip in is no good. And Moss hit it last.
So on that last possession, before the turnover happened, Cody Hendricks was able to knock down a 3. You want to see if they could get a similar look because he was able to do it last time. He might be able to do it again.
Elliot Leg was on fire as well in the first half for the Florida Flight. Shot made by the Brevard Bobcats.
And that's a good job taking everything the defense gave them. They didn't stop ball. That's the first fundamental thing you teach kids is to stop the basketball. Not able to do that, he went right up there and let in the chocolate float.
Moss couldn't get the flick in to fall. 8.5 minutes left in the third quarter. Christian one step in from 3. Here's Bates now. Aristide. I like how the Flight run the ball through their big man up top. It's very Warriors-esque.
Exactly, and that's what wins.
Christian, second chance is good.
That right there is where he makes his money. Getting second chances, staying aggressive on that block. Even though it's a fast break, wasn't too many guys there. It's a mentality to get that bunny, get right back up and get it in.
Blake is fouled on the floor. Bradley Christian in his 2 games so far this season, averaging 14.5 points per game, 5 rebounds, Alvin, and a block and a half.
And that's what you love, a block and a half. He has bunnies. He can get up. He's a lanky guy, and he can get up with the best of them. 1.5 blocks, man, that proves it right there.
And something for you to love even more, his percent stat line must a turnaround 360 dunk.
Hey now, say now, turn around, bang out in traffic. Brandon Moss playing above the rim.
McKay's 3 just rims out. One thing I wanted to say is I think you'll love this. Bradley Christian's percent line, 52%, 40%, 30%.
Loving it.
Interesting, except for the free throw percentage, obviously, at 30. And wow, Elliot Glegg, the mid-range 2, him with 17 points is not a sight for sore eyes because I guess it happens every single week. And a long 3 hit there on the other side by Cody Hendricks. He's got 8 points.
Cody Hendricks is going to have to start taking on more of that offensive role. He's very efficient in this game, doing a phenomenal job of getting great looks to fall, and this is just absolutely obliterating his season averages.
Billy Aristide to take inside the flick is good.
Love to see how they're playing. They're playing through their big men, getting everyone involved. And that was a focal point in this game. As everyone witnessed last week, Brandon Moss, Elliot Glegg took the bulk, about upwards of 75% of all of the shots in their last outing. And now, in this game, you see a complete 180. Everyone's touching the basketball. Even though they're getting a lot of shots up, it looks different. Guys are involved, and now you see them playing stout defense because they feel like they're a part of the game. Oh my goodness.
A big rebound.
Just so strong on that block.
Bates, Aristide throws it right, cut off by Sherrod Dean. Bounce pass ahead to McKay. McKay up with the left hand. He's fouled by Grant Gullett and made the shot. Gullett upset with the call.
Grant Gullett needs a second to collect himself. He tried to meet him at the summit, wasn't able to do it, but somehow still got nabbed for it. But man, that steal by Sherrod Dean made me notice his shoes. He got his number on his shoes. I think he's the only FBA athlete to have his number on his shoes. Super fly, super crispy.
Alvin, we are all tied up at 61 with 6.5 minutes left to play in the third quarter, and Lucius McKay leading the way there with 4 of his 8 points coming in the third quarter alone. Hendricks the rebound. Now he'll push the other direction, looking left. McKay going right. A no-look pass down low, cut off. And a foul.
Don't look at me. I don't know where that foul came from. I'm waiting to see just
For those
like
of you, we'll get an actual camera on us one day just so we can see how many times we look at each other during a game. How many times do you actually think we look at each other after specific plays in a ball game, Alvin?
Oh, man. I know at least for me to you, that's at least 20. that's at least.
Bates ahead of the pack, breaking the tie, a 2-point lead for the Florida Fight.
Lucius McKay is funny for that. The reason why he would let Elliot Glegg get that layup, he stopped, and didn't let Brandon Moss get there because he didn't want to get put on a screensaver. So heads up play by Lucius McKay. You're going to give up 2 anyway.
Is it 2 with no one down low or 2 with Moss's feet kicking you in the eyeball?
Yeah, I'll take the first option, please.
Really? Would you?
Oh yeah, easy. Lucius McKay did it, and even an even more funny one, Allen Iverson did the same.
Tradin fouled inside. Terry Cleveland picking that one up.
Beating his chest. Sherrod Dean is an absolute phenom for Brevard. He does it all night in, night out, or actually day in and day out. I don't know why it happens, but he's just phenomenal for them. Absolutely phenomenal. Does it all. Has about 10 points per game. Does it all defensively. Shoots his free throws right there. You see him knocking down, completing that and one, and gives them the 1 point advantage in the third quarter, the money quarter.
64 to 63. The Alvin money quarter is upon us. 5 minutes and 30 seconds to go. And a turnover by the Flight. That could be costly down the line. McKay lost the handle of it, and a turnover. Gullett the steal, the push ahead. Bates to Moss! Bates threw it from half court, and Moss! Unbelievable.
If you don't like that, you don't like basketball. Brandon Moss
Another
rises.
steal. Brandon Moss will give it up to Glegg. Glegg to Moss again for the lead. 67 to 64, 5 minutes to go. Moss raising the roof. Brevard has to call a timeout. Brandon Moss with 16 points, the leading scorer in the FBA, showing us why he's an absolute superstar and someone to absolutely look for in the future.
Phenomenal play by the Flight, absolutely taking everything that Brevard thought they had in momentum, giving them a nice 3-point lead in a stellar, emphatic fashion.
Thompson Jr. underneath, fouled.
And right there, Brevard playing basketball the right way. You see guys just high flying on the other end. Nice way, surefire way to get buckets, get to the line. Smart play by Byron Thompson. I feel like the next time I see an alley-oop like that, I gotta go full Ric Flair mode. I gotta get a couple.
What, you're
gonna
take your shirt off and wave it around there or something?
I'm getting a couple. I'm getting a couple of those in. There's no way.
A 3-point game.
Just loving this basketball by the Flight.
Bates, Tomas for 3. And Gullett the putback.
So smooth. He can elevate, fellas. He can elevate.
Brent Gullett with 19 points, Alvin.
A quiet 19, too. You wouldn't think it, but that boy gets buckets.
Christian over Gullett. Good.
Oh man, the size up, that's a Carmelo Anthony type bucket. Size up, face up the basket, hesitate, you don't jump, cool, hand down, man down, knock down.
Gullett a pump fake, now inside! Are you feeling it now, Mr. Krabs? 71 to 66. And Grant Gullett can do it too.
High rising, jet flying, Grant Gullett doing what he does best. They're not called the Flight for no reason.
Tradin off to the right side on the three, and here comes the Florida flight. Moss, Gullett, Glegg, three, good! Elliot Glegg, the dagger.
Man, it's hard when they start pouring it on like that. This is just an absolute onslaught by the flight offense.
Seemed like the money corps was going in the direction of Brevard for a bit, but the flight kicked it into a new gear. McKay off on the three.
Gotta get back.
Here's Moss. Again, Glegg. Off the mark, he gets his own rebound, and the ball stolen away by McKay. Ahead to Dean. Now Dean to Christian, who will do it on the other side. Alvin is loving this first game of the day.
This is what we needed. Absolute athletes on both sides of the court. Christensen getting some of the action.
Ball swatted away. Romello Bates will try a three. Glegg the rebound. Into Gullett. Gullett fouled by Cody Hendricks.
And you love the offense by Brevard on that last play, getting that alley-oop, but absolutely unacceptable on the defensive end. You got three guys around the horn when there's shots going up at the rim. So you have to get guys in position to box out and play defense. Great alley-oop on one end. However, you are down. You need to get back and play stout defense right there. Grant Gullett taking advantage of numbers, using his size, getting right back to the free throw line where he does oh so well at, once again, padding his offensive stats.
Alvin, this has to be one of your favorite FBA games of the season so far.
By far. Easy. Takes the cake. 3 alley-oops in what, 30 seconds and like 3 minutes maybe? Loving it.
This in the double overtime games.
We're having some great games in that
recently, yeah. I mean, it's coming all down to a playoff push, so this is when you're going to see everybody's best basketball. Nesmith turning the corner inside, fouled.
And that's just a great take by Nesmith, understanding where he can take advantage of and what he can do with the basketball, get right back to the free throw line. That's where he's been really eating in this game. Kind of a quiet game for him thus far, but he's coming alive in his third.
So what do you think about Terry Cleveland's hair today?
I feel like
he seems to got a different do every time.
Whoa, Terry Cleveland's locked in.
Oh, yeah.
He comes in, he got his drip prepared. Shoes match the shirt.
Oh, yeah.
The shirt match the bag. You know, he's fly. But this one, I think he took a page out of Mo Ambo's playbook. I'm getting a nice little Kodak vibe from him.
Bradley Christian with 15 points, the leading scorer for Brevard. And the Flight have 3 guys over 15 points already. Nesmith makes the free throw.
That's a good job by Brevard, bringing it back within 6. You got to ride this wave of the Flight, because when they start pouring it on like that, there's not much you can do besides put points on for yourself.
Nesmith with 6 points. A 76-70 game, still not out of reach for Brevard, but it seems like a lot of the momentum is in the direction of the Flight.
100%.
Stacey St. Julian checking back into the ballgame alongside Mookie Ambo. Bates up with the right hand, falling down, and Gullett to put back.
And right there, Christensen mad because he did what he needed to do to deter the shot. He didn't get the block, but he forced the miss. Now he wants his guys to box out and get the board. He's hustling that hard on one end. You got to have your guys trusting it and hustling to get that board right there. A great job by the Flight.
Nesmith inside up with the left hand. It rolls around and in.
That is a bucket by Nesmith. Understanding where his contact is and using the offhand on the right side while he's drifting right. An absolute bucket by Nesmith. He's coming alive in this third quarter.
1:52 to go in the third quarter. 78-72. The score, the Flight are up by 6, and they go with the big bodies now. Moss, Mookie Ambo, and Grant Gullett will be down low. Elliot Glegg will get some much-needed rest as he checks out of the ballgame with 20 points. So Brandon Moss with 21, Elliot Glegg with 20, and Grant Gullett with 23 at his season average. And I guarantee you he's going to blow right by that.
Definitely. It's the third quarter, and the way he's been playing, you don't have to draw anything up for a guy like Grant Gullett. His buckets come from bunnies, hustle plays, moving around. He plays basketball the way it needs to be played. He can fit really on any organization right now. The Flight utilizing him to his truest potential.
St. Julian. Bates. St. Julian, 8 seconds on the shot clock to Moss. Moss behind the back, and Gullit can't hang on to it.
That's a good look, running that short corner. Unforced turnover.
Nesmith stepped out, and Brevard another turnover.
That is a real unforced turnover. You get a turnover, and you push the ball, you need to get a bucket, but then you turn it over again. Does not help your cause.
A 78-72 game with a minute and 22 left to go. Gullit down low, fouled, and couldn't make the shot.
Just absolutely a real steamroller when he gets in that lane. You could do nothing but foul him, and that's all they've been doing. You can't stop him. He's just one of those guys, when he gets his head full of steam, he's so strong, he'll take you through. Every time he gets fouled, you still expect it to go in. I'm holding my breath.
I feel like one of these days you're going to do something crazy when someone makes a big dunk or some sort of shot. You just won't be able to control yourself.
I'm surprised I'm doing I think I'm doing a good job right now, but I feel like I'm going to have to turn my mic off at some point when one of these alley-oops go in, because it's just been absolute stellar.
I can see you, like, you know, taking off the headset and just going to half court and belly sliding across the circles there.
Got to get a chest bump. Fine, and you know, I'm
not
fine
even that
with
you're
it.
rooting for whatever team, but it's just you want
I
whoever
love
made
basketball.
the shot. Yeah,
I'm rooting for basketball, good basketball. I love seeing guys play above the rim. I love seeing highlight plays.
You don't like seeing turnovers.
No, absolutely not. But no one does. Coaches are stressed out. You know, that's how you lose your hair if you're a coach.
Yeah.
You know? So, but on Brevard, I'm loving to see Kevin Davis back in the game. Clark making his first appearance to go.
Devontae Clark, the bank shot in down low.
He comes in for 3 seconds, immediately makes his impact felt. Banging with the big fella. Beef on beef.
A minute to play in the third quarter. A 5-point lead for the Flight. George Williams, the turnaround. Bank shot, no good. Ball goes out off the Flight. They touched it last, and Coach King is getting a little bit red under that fedora.
Oh, we getting him animated. He took the fedora off and the glasses. Oh, yeah. Now he's pacing.
Elliot Glegg almost had a steal there. 45 seconds to play in the third quarter.
Good read. Trusting your instincts, trusting what you see, is not able to keep his feet in bounds.
Devontae Clark in on George Williams, trying to create some room. Goes up, Williams might have gotten a hand on that. And Mookie Ambo with the rebound. George Williams with 30 seconds to go. Crosses the half-court line to Mookie Ambo. Ambo slips and is fouled. And Brevard now upset with that call. So both coaches very animated here in the Alvin-termed money corner.
Love the theatrics from both sides. Look at Coach Mark King sitting down with the devious smile. Oh, he's about to turn into a Bernie Sanders meme with that. But on the other end, we got Coach MJ Miller absolutely furious with the call, just because it was a little late. So the hesitation makes you guess it a little more. When it's automatic, you feel you trust it a lot more than when it's a little delayed, and it seems like they're watching to see if it goes in or not. So even though it was a good call, you want to see it right on.
Ambo shooting 100% from the free throw line this season, Alvin. And now that I said that, I probably should not have said that.
I was just shaking my head. I can't believe you just did that to the man. I cannot believe you just did that to the man, Jesse. I need 10 push-ups. I need push-ups out of you, man. That's your missed free throw. I can't believe you did that.
It was going to happen at some point. No one shoots 100% from the free throw line ever.
He was, until you said it. It was the negative energy.
Now he's now 90%. 23%, or excuse me, 23 seconds. McKay up top. Missed the three. Williams the rebound. Blay going the other direction. 13 seconds to go. Gullit out beyond the arc, guarded by Darius Clark. 80-74, a 6-point lead. Back to Glegg. Glegg to Gullit. Gullit inside, going up, makes it as time expires in the third quarter. 82-74 the score. One more quarter of action in this one. And then 2 more games in our FBA Sunday triple header. The Florida Flight win the money quarter, but still the final quarter of the ball game up and coming.
OMW, on my way to you. Good at what I do. I'm OMW. OMW, on my way to you. Good at what I do. I'm OMW. On my way, on my way. OMW, on my way to you. Good at what I do. I'm OMW.
The final quarter of action. It's the fourth quarter, 82-74. Wow, Alvin, you turned the third quarter the money quarter. I got to come up with something for the fourth quarter.
Crunch time, game time, name time. Oh, yeah, I can't even say dame time. He didn't come to the heat.
Nope. Nope.
Boo, Dave.
Down low, Kevin Davis banking it in.
Wow, Kevin Davis is exactly what they ordered. Comes in a small package but plays big.
Inside, St. Julian banking it in and drew the foul. Oh my, how about the new kid for the Flight?
How about that bucket? And his team loves it.
His first 2 points of the season. And he has an and one opportunity.
In the Kyries. Oh, man. That's how you do it. That's how you earn the respect from your team.
What, have the Kyries on or take the and one?
I think one leads to the other. You feel good, you look good, you feel good, you play good. So I think that definitely helps.
Turnover by the Flight there after they got their own rebound. An 8-point lead for the Flight here in the fourth quarter. Nesmith out left, now going that direction. Couldn't make the layup.
$1 million move, utilize his speed, 10-cent finish. Hate to see it.
Gullet going right, stepping back, baseline jumper. It's off to the right side. Here's Nesmith pushing in transition, and that layup is made from the right side.
He made sure to finish that one. Phenomenal job by Nesmith, utilizing his speed. He's a quick forward for Brevard right there, showing you that blazing quickness.
Nesmith with 10 points.
Love this matchup right here.
St. Julian has that one knocked away by Kevin Davis.
Kevin Davis is an absolute tear on the perimeter. He does everything that you want from a guard defender. He guards your best handler, and he could pick it from him, and then he could also go coast to coast and finish it.
Blake to Williams. St. John, shot clock violation by the Flight. And another turnover for them. But one thing we're not used to seeing here in the fourth quarter, Brandon Moss getting rest time.
And that's good. That's good because now he can come in and really light it up what he is in. But wow, that's a stout defensive performance by Brevard in that possession. First shot clock violation of the game, and it comes in the crunch time.
Nesmith off the mark. St. Julian the rebound. And it's taken away by the Bobcats. And Lucius McKay passed it down low. Did he pass up a layup?
That was beautiful. That was beautiful,
okay.
Jesse. because you got Clark initiating that effort, diving on the court, getting the basketball, securing it, tossing to his main man. Ball movement. That was perfect. Letting everyone know that if you run hard, you work hard, you'll get the ball. Dorian Naismith not able to convert that first free throw, but wow, I'm loving that basketball by Brevard. Got the Slim Jims, the lanky brothers checking in, Christian and Moss. Once one is, you got to have the other one in. You can't do one without the other.
Nope. They're a package deal. Nesmith. Now from the line. Second free throw is good.
Splits him, and that's staying true to his free throw percentage. He's shooting about 47% on the season.
Nesmith with 11 points. St. Julian bounces over the back, so it's an out of bounds.
Trying to get more involved offensively. Not a terrible shot, but not a great shot either.
10 minutes and 5 seconds to go in the fourth quarter. Christian, left side, Sherrod Dean lining it up. And Grant Gullett the rebound.
And now they got numbers.
St. Julian down low, Williams banks it in, and Clark fouled him as he was going up.
And little do you realize that play was initiated by Grant Gullett's board. When he got the board, he secured the box out, forcing Christensen to fall down, and then he pushed the pace. That created the numbers that you saw right there. A quick pass shifting the defense, leaves a guy cutting wide open on the block, and that was George right there able to finish through contact. That play was initiated by Grant Gullett and finished by George. Love how these guys are feeding off of each other. That's winning basketball.
Coach Alvin on the mic. George Williams with the basket, 87-79. Clark, a bullet down low. Right through the hands of Nesmith.
And right now you're witnessing the will of the Brevard Bobcats start to break is getting tested. If they break, you'll watch this scoreboard light up. Let's see what they're made of.
Moss down low, flipping it up, and he couldn't lay it in. Kevin Davis going the other direction. The bounce pass up to Clark. Darius Clark going underneath Elliott Glegg and making the shot.
Tough stuff by Darius Clark. Being aggressive, getting that up and in, keeping his team within 7.
Kevin Davis with 15 points off the bench. Glegg mid-range. Moss takes it away. Moss going up and making it. Wow, Brandon Moss with 18 points.
So aggressive when he gets the basketball.
Clark, a block down low by Moss, but a foul.
Man, I get so excited when he rises up to block shots. He does that about 4.5 times per game this season. Absolutely a true rim protector. That badge is on Hall of Fame for all my 2K fellas out there. Gets about 3 steals as well per game, so his defensive badges are Hall of Fame. He's doing a phenomenal job on that end of the court.
So now Darius Clark to the line. And he'll shoot 2. 89-81 is the score.
Darius Clark does a lot for them offensively. The Melbourne native, a former Clipper, University of Maine, drops in about 11 points per game, but he is shooting about 68% from the stripe, which isn't bad, but it also isn't terrific either coming from a guard. But he does a lot for this Brevard team offensively, pushing the pace, moving the rock, shoots the 3 ball, and really understands how to attack the seams of defenses.
Clark 68% from the free throw stripe. He's got 4. 7-point game, Moss. St. Julian the rebound. St. Julian, left side, Moss underneath, fouled and made it. Wow.
Looks too easy for him when he's attacking. Right back to the free throw line with a chance to break this to double digits.
Moss is good. 21 points for Brandon Moss, 92 to 82. It's now a 10-point lead for the Florida Flight, who will step into a 2-3 zone defense.
They have George at the top, which is interesting. Oh.
Nesmith getting by George. Moss the block. And Gullett the take back. And a travel.
Right there, White.
I missed it, so I know that look I'm getting. Ooh, man. That's going to be interesting on tape. But I'm loving the defensive rotation. Naismith was able to break his guy off and get all the way to the lane, but Moss was there to help him out and send that one back.
Nesmith the catch and shoot off the front.
Let the bodies hit the floor.
Banger.
Absolute banger. I got this, the whole Jer Bear production. Actually, right now, it's Parham Productions.
He's part of the Jer Bear crew.
He is part of the Jer Bear
Second
crew.
year in the academy.
Second year. He's learning. You know, that's why I haven't seen him as much as we're vets. We're vets in the Jer Bear crew. You know, we kind of run things around here. Jer Bear leaves us, you know, with his devices sometimes. And it's nice to get that acknowledgement. You know, we get guys like Brandon Parham. He does a phenomenal job. He's in the second year. Goodness gracious. Look at the leaping ability of Brandon Moss. It looked like his head was going to hit the rim.
Goaltending.
100%. Do not disagree with that at all.
Wow.
But going back to Coach Parham's second year at Jer Bear Academy, I think he's doing phenomenal. He comes to class. He's doing everything he needs to do. He points out the things that need to be pointed out, and he even knows great songs like "Let the Bodies Hit the Floor." I don't know the name of it, but I just know that's a key theme in that song. I took that class in my first semester. That was ages ago.
Another turnover by the Flight, who lead by 8. McKay for 3. Off the front. St. Julian the pass ahead from Moss. Julian. Moss! Won't you be my neighbor?
You just gotta love it.
Other side, missed shot. St. Julian again.
Please throw a lob.
St. Julian will line it up for 3. An air ball. And Moss trying to save it from going out of bounds.
Man. Oh, man. Can that boy rise? We've seen that. That was the third one we've seen so far, if I'm not mistaken. I think and that's being generous. I think he has more.
Did I just say a Mr. Rogers quote? I think I did.
I was rock with that.
Oh, wow. It's too easy.
Oh, man. An absolute bully.
That's the type of kid when when you're young and you walk out to the playground in elementary school and you're like, all right, I'm going to go be good at basketball. And then that kid walks out and you're like, I think the swings are looking good.
Yeah, let's play table tennis. Like I don't need to play
Badminton
this game.
club sounds fun today.
How about chess? You know, I played solitaire a couple times on my phone. I think.
Hey, I'll go practice the saxophone in the corner.
Oh man, this is an absolute bully. This dude, Brandon Moss, is phenomenal.
We got a shot clock malfunction. We're going to reset the shot clock to 20 white ball.
Alrighty. So that was our crew chief from Justin Martinez, number 6. For our officials from Right Call Officials, he's joined by Reggie Bushner, wearing number 25, and as always, Mike Rivera in 34. But Justin calling a great game today.
Definitely. A lot of stuff could go wrong as an officiating crew. You know, it's just you're never going to be right. Everyone's going to have their thing to say, their tidbits, but they're human and they're doing their best job, and I think they're doing a good one right now.
McKay swishing that one through the net.
That's a great shot. Fake the drive in and knock down the wide open trade ball.
94 to 87. Moss. Cross court. Bates looking ahead. Left side, Aristide, the pump fake. Glegg goes baseline, mid-range. And the rebound, Moss. And he couldn't make it. Ahead of the pack, there's Christian with an easy layup. And the lead cut to 5. Now, Brevard is coming off a 121 to 103 loss, and the Flight are coming off a 137 to 105 loss. So both teams losing by more than 15 in their last games. Hunting to get back into the win column. Brevard is in 6th place in the Florida Basketball Association. The Florida Flight are in 2nd after being in 1st for so long this season.
And they were the last to relinquish their undefeated status out of all of the teams. And quickly after that they just faltered through the ranks, but faltered to the 2nd best in the league. So definitely not a bad thing to say. However, in this game, they seem to, it's a game of runs. Basketball's a game of runs. And right now, they seem to have cooled off, and it's been Brevard's chance to really close the gap.
Bradley Christian open in the right corner. Up top to Sherrod Dean. And they pass it ahead. Bates has that one taken away by Kevin Davis. Davis to McKay. Clark wide open 3. Moss ahead of the pack. Good for 2.
And that is where your issues come from. If you're Brevard, you're shooting 25% from beyond the arc. And if you have 3 attempts, you have guys that can cut, you have things that you can do offensively, but you're settling for 3s. They're not falling. So according to the numbers, you have to shoot 4 times for one of your 3s to fall. You cannot afford that coming down the stretch.
Moss inside and putting that one down emphatically.
He has an attack mindset, and I'm loving it. The surest 2 points in the game come from Duncan.
McKay catch and shoot 3. Good!
Hand down, man down.
This is McKay's 3-point percentage is going to be going up after this game.
And you love to see it. Great job realizing what shots he can knock down. He was in the gym earlier this week to get that to go in.
Last 5 minutes of play now. Gullett underneath foul. Four and a half minutes left to go in the 4th quarter. And Grant Gullett will go to the line with 24 points already, Alvin.
Grant Gullett is just phenomenal. They miss his presence, and right now just showing his worth. He dominates offensive glass, dominates defensive glass. Very aggressive. Someone you can count on when the shot clock's winding down, and also someone you can count on to bang with the big fellas on defense. All a through and through superstar. Grant Gullett is just absolutely phenomenal.
Gullett's 2nd one goes through, 67% this season from the free throw stripe. Now 26 points for Grant Gullett. Right side, another 3. Lucius McKay might have found his stroke.
2 for 2. He's heating up. He is heating up.
100 to 95, a 5-point lead. Gullett will try one himself. He's good. Wow.
With the stare down after it. Loving that for Grant Gullett.
McKay again. Heat check. Aristide. And now Bates ahead to Gullett. Leg from the right corner. Will go inside. And a 3 in the key on Aristide.
That hurts.
Last time these 2 teams played against each other, 118 to 112 was the final score.
But those 2 teams look completely different than the 2 teams we're witnessing right now.
Yeah. Jace Hogan put up 36 points in that game, and he was the leading scorer for the Brevard Bobcats. 2 of 3 from beyond the arc, 20 rebounds, 7 assists, and 3 steals.
Yeah.
And for the Florida Flight, Brandon Moss had 33, 18 rebounds, 7 assists, 2 steals, 6 blocks. McKay inside over Moss. He gets that one to fall, and McKay lets out a yell in Moss's face.
That's what you do. A true competitor. McKay knows how to get the ball in the hoop.
3.5 minutes left to go. Glegg batted around to Aristide, a lucky bounce, and Aristide puts it through.
Just like Coach drew it up, huh?
Another guy who was eaten last game, Grant Gullett, 28 points, 22 boards. Christian catch and shoot 3. Off the mark. Elliot Glegg will pump fake, down low, Aristide banking it in again.
Using that frame to seal Christensen and using the rim as protection. Great bucket by Aristide.
Turnover for Brevard. A 10-point game. This is as cool, calm, and collected as I've ever seen Coach Mark King.
Definitely a true Bernie Sanders meme on that bench. Wow. Absolutely crazy how he looks. It's a real doppelganger. I really wish you could pan the camera over so you guys could get a witness of Mark Fedora Sanders.
You mean King? Sanders.
Bernie Fedora King.
King. Okay, there we go. Done. Although he's not terribly feeling the burn right now. His face isn't too red. 2:30 to go in the 4th quarter. Gullett inside. And so easy for him. He's now got 31.
A big boy bucket. And what did we say? He was going to drop 30, and it was going to look very easy. And it did just that. 31 already.
He's got a double-double.
Easy.
Hendricks steps back. And Sherrod Dean was cutting for the rebound, but Moss pulls it down. Moss ahead of the pack. Bates back to Gullett, and a great job of sharing the ball. Romello Bates kind of laughing as he's going back. He thought Moss was just going to take it all the way.
I don't want that. Like, why would you give that to me on the block? I'm not dunking it. Good job moving the ball around, though.
Clark inside, and Aristide got a hand on it.
And you witnessed the will of this Brevard team break.
Offensive foul on Brandon Moss.
And immediately, as I said that, Lucius McKay hustles to show that this game isn't over. They still have a chance. Love to see the effort drawing that foul.
McKay with a lot of hustle plays in this ball game.
Definitely, but that's what he brings to the table. Averages about 3.5 steals per game, so definitely thrives on the defensive side of the ball. And defense is pure effort and want to. Oh my.
McKay, fancy inside, and Christian putting it through and drew the foul. Wow.
How about that explosion by Lucius McKay on the offensive end, spinning him around and dropping that dime off, and Christensen finishing that with a chance to crack 100 and bring this to a reasonable deficit.
Christian with 21 points for a chance at 1 extra.
He's had himself a game as well. A few highlight plays of his own, battling on that block and just really doing what he needed to do. Might have just been a little too little.
Christian making the free throw. Moss has that one taken away by Dean, and now Lucius McKay going the other direction. Down to Christian, and Christian trying to jam it home, but it was blocked down by Brian Hickey. Aristide by himself makes the layup.
Wow, that's how you protect yourself from being a screensaver.
Aristide with 10 points, 1 minute and 8 seconds to go in the 4th quarter, 113 to 100. As we are going to take a break from our broadcast real quick. The Florida Flight came alive in the late 3rd quarter and have been running it here in the 4th.
Where one girl goes on endless adventures, gives you unbelievable toy unboxings, does insane food challenges, and plays way too much Roblox. It's L's Adventures. Subscribe now. Do it. Why not?
The game clock was reset to 1:11. That's how much time is left in the ball game. McKay inside, couldn't make the layup. Christian the rebound. He'll fade away. And Moss, the thunderous rebound. Moss will lob it up and jam it home! Alvin was hungry. He gave him a peanut butter and jam sandwich.
Oh my goodness. What is wrong with this man? He is possessed. He is absolutely possessed.
The disrespect on that one, Elliot Clegg. And Hendricks the rebound. Christian by himself. He jumped from pretty far out there.
With a Showtime jam of his own. But man, I don't think anything can top a self alley-oop to really rub salt in the wound.
Oh my.
Oh, he wants another one.
Moss! Oh, he tried to throw that down with his left hand. They're just having fun at this point. 15 seconds to go. Dean long. Oh, he banked it in from almost one step inside half court.
What's going on right now? This is the All-Star game.
Wow. An exciting finish here. Bates.
Romello, pull it from half court.
We'll dribble that one out. 115 to 105 was the final score in the first ball game of the day here. Alvin, we've seen a lot of dunks. And now, who is your player of the game?
Wow, this is a tough one. We had Brandon Moss, just Showtime, absolute highlight reel. We have Elliot Clegg, just knockdown, real perimeter shooter, sharp shooter, did his phenomenal thing, but I have to give my kudos and hats off to Grant Gullett. He did phenomenal, played just a stout game, didn't take away from anyone, and he's phenomenal, absolute phenomenal. I have to go with Grant Gullett.
Grant Gullett with 33 points. Elliot Clegg had 20. Brandon Moss with 31. So a lot of players to choose from. The Brevard Bobcats, unfortunately, dropped to 3-8 now on the season. So they are now in 7th place in the FBA. The Florida Flight moved to 9-2 on the season. What does Brevard have to do to maybe make a push to the playoffs?
They have to emulate this game. They have to play the same way they played today, play it again. There's a few minor things, and it's that first quarter. They have to limit their turnovers. They had way too many turnovers, way too many gimmies, and that was the curse that spelled out the flaws in their entire game. They could limit turnovers, but put this exact same display on for the next game, they should be victorious.
115 to 105 is the final score of this one. The Gainesville Mighty Oaks and the Pride are game 2 in this FBA Sunday triple header. So stay tuned. We got a lot more basketball on the way. You don't want to miss it.